Welcome to a new episode of my knitting vlog. I'm Julian, I'm your host and owner of this channel, and I'm so happy you're here. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, welcome. I really like that you're coming back. And like always, please, if you like something I did or you have some wishes or questions, feel free to leave a comment. I would be very happy about that. So enough for the introduction. So guys, this is how northern Germany looks like in summer right now. Not much fun. If you've clicked on this video, you saw my thumbnail. So in the picture you saw there was not a happy one. And I made a awful, devastating, bad experience this week. In the last videos I asked you if you could guess what I'm knitting. So I'm knitting a bigger blanket, which is made out of different parts, so some kind of patchwork, I think. And I thought I finished the last one, and then I put all the pieces into place, and I was looking at it, and the finished piece was like 10 centimeters short. And as I want to sew them together at one point, it will not work out, and I was so frustrated. Oh my god, how could this happen? Because I have a standard size for these pieces, of course, and usually they work out pretty well. But this time, maybe I miscounted, maybe the pattern was wrong. I don't know what was happening. And then I had to think about what to do. There was the easy solution: just add some black yarn and hope that it will work out, but then it will look a bit weird because there's something on the piece of the blanket, and before it was in the middle, and then it would be pretty much down, and a very big part of it would be just black, and it would look very strange and wouldn't feel right. So as I want to use this blanket for many years to come, I decided to open it, and sometimes I have to open stuff because I don't really like to work with patterns. I just start, I know where I want to go and what the technique will be like, and I just start and let's see what will happen. So sometimes I really have to unravel stuff, but I had to unravel like 2.5 or 3 hours. I know, it was so devastating, and I really didn't like it. And then I was thinking about how can I fix this? How can I make this work? And then I added so some extra lines, of course, and I made a simple Fair Isle pattern. So I have now 2 things on this blanket piece. It wasn't so much fun, so I've been working the last hours to finish it again, and now I can weave in all the ends. Hey, oh my god! So now I can laugh about it, but when I figured it out, it was not so much fun. So tell me, what are your experiences with unraveling projects you thought they were finished, or you found mistakes you didn't see while you were making them, and how do you behave? So do you laugh about it? Are you frustrated when you find out that you have to work it again and do the whole work again? So what is your reaction when you find out you have to do it again? Last week I told you something about the yarn I bought, and that I'll have to make a penguin smartphone bag, and it works out pretty well, I think, and it's quite fast to knit. So here is the little penguin bag. So the smartphone fits in perfectly, and now my wife just has to add the head of the penguin, which is pretty small, so it looks a bit weird when you see the big body and the tiny head. But I really like how it worked out in the end. So it has this tiny wings, small feet. The feet are actually crochet, and I didn't increase that much when I knit it in the row, so they look a bit more like feet. And for the belly, I increased the stitches while I was making more rows, so I wanted to have at least a little bit the look of a belly. And the neck is for closing the back, so now we have to add the head and of course a button so that it can be closed. So I wonder what it will look like in the end and if it will work out, because having this little head here on top, it's not that comfortable for using this bag within other bags, and maybe it won't last long, but we will see. We'll have to check out. So that's my little penguin bag without a head. Guys, I finally finished my little, the little head for my little body. I just had to finish it. It took me like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, so not that much work, but as it is, you think you finish stuff and then do something different and oh my god, this looks fun, and so we're not that focused on one project. But now I finally finished it. But I figured out that the head is a bit short, so I might have to add some more rows here, so that it's really above the ears of my little body. Yes, but I'll post that later. And I'm thinking about adding some stuff. I really enjoy knitting for my football club because I really like self-made merchandise, especially hats, scarves, whatever. So I'm thinking about adding some letters, so maybe the letters of a team, as I did it with the hat I already made for myself or for my brother, for example. And I always have my little cup here, which is from the stadium, and what I keep in there is stuff I can use to make self-made merchandise. So it's like pins and buttons I can add to whatever I've been making. After I finish this one, I'm still up for finishing the sweater I'm making with the same yarn, so it will fit. It's a Fair Isle sweater, a Norwegian sweater, just with branded from our team, of course. But I'll show it to you later on, because I'll have to finish it first, and there is a part what I'm struggling with is the neck right now. So I'm like almost here, so I finished the arms, I added them, I made the Fair Isle part, that's a bit like a Norwegian sweater, and now I'll have to figure out how to do the necks. And as it is sometimes, I went out of yarn in the right color, so I'll have to rebuy it and hope that I'll get it. What I really hate is when I go to the store, buy some yarn, and then I think, oh, it's expensive, I shouldn't buy so much. And you see there are tons of balls of yarn in your color, and you think, if I won't have enough, I'll come back and buy some more. And then you come back, of course, and want to buy more, and then it's out of stock. And the ladies always say, no, I'm not sure if it will ever come back. I had this like 2 or 3 times within the last 2 years. Yes, and then you'll have to figure something out and find a solution. So I'll always buy more yarn and bring back the yarn, the leftovers. Which we never do, because we keep it for further projects and the yarn looks always nice. So it's always a cheap trick from the salespersons, from the yarn dealer in your store. They're mean, they just want our money! And we want just the yarn! So much about this little hat. So be sure within the next weeks I'll give an update on what I'll do with it. I have a question for all of you who are not from Germany, which I think are the most of you. Of course you all have and hopefully use toilet paper. And I want to ask you something. The generation of my grandmother, which is getting 92 next week. So we're really happy that she's still there, that she's still with us. And they had a very weird thing they did for decoration. So after the Second World War, of course, in Germany money was short and the flats were very small and you had to put the toilet paper somewhere. So it was standing sometimes on the toilet or on the window or something. And what they did is they been knitting or crochet like little hats for the toilet paper. So when I think about this, my little hat, so they did something like that. And then it was standing there and it was looking better. I don't know about why I've been thinking about this weird thing, but when I saw this little tiny hat, I just had to remember this. So tell me if you know this technique and this way of decorating toilet paper. That's really weird. So tell me if this is a German thing from the 60s or 70s, whatever, or if you knew this awesome technique as well from your homes. Weird. Toilet paper. Yes, so I couldn't imagine to talk about toilet paper on any of my in any of my vlogs. Now I'm sitting here in my knit and roll room, which is pretty much right now still a basement and looks more like an office. I finished my my crafting table to make photos and tutorials, which is pretty awesome. I brought my guitars back, and I think within the next 2 months I'll be able to get some paint on the walls and make it more like I want it to be. But I found something really awesome. To give you an idea, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we moved into a new house, and here in this house I have a little basement where I can do whatever I want. So mancave, of course, a knitting mancave. I think there are not that much, many of them. How much? I don't know. My English teacher from my 5th grade will be like, I told you like 10 times. One is when you can count it, the other one when you can't. There are not many of them. Many of them is right, I think. So, sorry for that. By the way, if the occasion occurs that I make a mistake with the language, I have this tiny German accent, so I'm not a native speaker. Just leave a comment and tell me what I've been saying wrong. I really enjoy that. I'm not angry or something. So feel free. Maybe not a big list, but 2 or 3 per person would be nice. And put a smiley in the end that I know that you know mean or something. So knit and roll room. That's where I wanted to talk about. So this has to be a knitting and crafting room where I can make tutorials. It should have the feeling of an Irish pub, that I feel very comfortable here, and it's a bit unique. It has to be a rehearsal room where I can make music, and it has to be something about Star Wars, and I found something that will fit the Star Wars and the pub part pretty well. So check this out. Honestly, I don't know if I've been showing this already in one of the last videos, because the internet connection right now is not that great, and I wasn't sure. I thought I forgot to edit this into the video. So if you already saw this, I'm sorry. If you haven't, hey, it's new. So it's an R2D2 painting I bought on QRT, my favorite t-shirt site. And I think it looks pretty awesome. We had this golden frame left over, so I could use this, and this will hang on the wall pretty soon, hopefully. Yay! So guys, I think that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I know some of you already did, and there are coming new subscribers every week, and I really enjoy that. Leave a comment, follow me on Instagram, and check my blog if you want to. Whatever, everything is in the description box, you can find the links, but please subscribe and leave a comment, that's what I really love. So I hope you have a great weekend. When I upload this, the weekend will be over. Great start into the new week. See you next week, hopefully. Then I'll have maybe something more to show you. I'm not sure yet, but I'll post the video anyway. And yes, thank you very much for watching. If you watched this right now, you've watched all the way through the end. So yeah, you're brave and not annoyed by my German accent and my English mistakes. I'm happy about that, so maybe it's training for you how to be more tolerant or something. So well done, and thank you very much. I started talking and forgot what I wanted to say. I told you to subscribe, I told you to follow me on Instagram, I told you to write a comment, and stay tuned for much more to come. And like always, keep knitting.